Hi, I'm Kelsey Kenry, and I partner with mom founders and entrepreneurs, and we work together through strategic business coaching and deep thought partnerships so that they can lead to create change, to create impact, and to live better. And today we're talking all about creating more efficiency and the quest that we have as women and as mothers for peace. And honestly, this is one of the most requested from my clients and from the women that I talk to, one of the most requested feelings that people are seeking. There is so much chaos and reactivity when you are juggling all of the moving parts of your business and motherhood. When you combine these things together, it can truly be a recipe for burnout, for disaster, and of course, for putting yourself on the back burner. And so, what a lot of women do is they feel this stress, they feel this overwhelm, and with the awareness of it and with the desire to change it, they start seeking solutions, ways that they don't have to feel that way anymore, and ways that they can cultivate more peace, more presence, and for life to not feel so heavy, honestly. I think that a lot of the stress and overwhelm that we feel as mothers and business owners is normalized. And what I want to remind you, as I do every single week, is that it can be different. But today, I really want to talk about a problem that I'm seeing consistently is that in this quest for peace, we have this idea that we can just insert a meditation practice or we can insert a mindfulness practice. And with the best intentions to start these habits, the problem remains because there is no space. There's no space to make these things happen. And often when clients come to me, they're in a place to where they have built something incredible and they are financially free and they have these established business. They're making an impact in the world, but it doesn't feel good. They have lost themselves. They have lost their identity to their work. They have lost their presence with their family, and they feel like they are misaligned with their personal values. And so when we talk about being able to cultivate and bring that peace and that calm and that centeredness and that alignment to real life and make that our reality, we have to actually look at our business. And this is why it's so important to take a holistic approach. When you're having somebody and hiring somebody to come in and look at how you can change your business for the better because it's draining you, if they're not looking outside of your business, and oppositely, if you're hiring somebody to help you on a personal level and they aren't looking at your business and it may be outside of their expertise, you will notice that there will forever be a gap. And so I am different in this way because I see both sides. And while I help women to restructure and change and make their businesses more optimal for all things, there has to be strategic and structural change. And there also has to be a change in what they believe and the way that they're thinking and the way that they're speaking. And if we don't work in both of those areas, we don't see long-term change. So in the subject of today and cultivating peace, with the problem being our intention when cultivating peace, usually our first go-to is to think about what sort of peaceful practices can I insert into my life. I'm going to read more. I'm going to move my body. I'm going to start meditating. I'm going to go to yoga. These are things that pop in our head and we're like, I need to do this because I need to do something to manage my stress. And that's beautiful. I love that people have that, take that initiative and have that thought and have that awareness. But again, when we peel back the layers, and even if we do this for a short amount of time, most of these women end up in the same place because there wasn't foundational change. And the foundational change has to come through the way that you are operating your business and through the way that you are scheduling your time. And most of our problems in not having the lives that we want and living in the way that we want to, if we peel back the layers, it usually is connected in some way to how we are using our time and our energy. And so if you want to cultivate peace, then you have to start thinking more strategically about your time. We cannot build any sort of freedom of time or white space to do what we truly want to do and be humans outside of our business if we don't look at the reality that we are buried in our day to day. We have to fix that problem first, which is why when I'm working with clients, the first thing that we're actually looking at is their time and their schedule, because we cannot stack and start compounding and having, all these changes if there's no space to even think. And that is what I want to bring to your attention, is that not only is filling your time and filling your calendar taking away your peace and your sanity, it is also taking away your ability to create and be innovative and be the visionary for your business, which is required for consistent growth and success. And so I really encourage you to first, if you don't already, to first understand the importance of white space in your calendar, or dedicated space for personal growth and reflection and presence and time away. That time will automatically overflow into your business because of who you are being, and because it's just naturally how we work. Is some of our best ideas come when we aren't working. So when you're in this position and you are searching for peace, we have to be honest and say, I want peace, but right now I don't have the space to put it anywhere. And so when we peel that back and we say, knowing that, okay, I need to look at my time. And then you're going to start looking at what is pulling away from your time and being honest about where you're spending your time. And you're spending your time there maybe because it's something that you've always done, maybe because it's something that you are holding on to in the business that needs to be delegated. Maybe it's time to hire somebody. Maybe you need to bring a partner like me in that can co-lead with you. There's a variety of ways to look at this, but you first have to, once you are aware that your time is taking away, the way that you're spending your time is taking away from your peace, then we have to look at how can we get time back. And so that's going to be your next step. If you are aware, I need peace, I need calm, I need balance, whatever your words are, then the first thing you have to do is look at your time and see where you can get your time back. The reason why we look at time first is because you can have those great intentions of doing meditation, mindfulness, yoga, movement, time with your family, and maybe you even put time blocks in your calendar if you do have the space available. But what happens is when we get there, we don't recognize the importance of it. And so after looking at, do I have space? Then you're going to look at the understanding of the importance of that space and honoring that space for your personal development, for your reflection, and for your growth, and be able to create and bridge the gap between that time away from your work being and what happens in your work being a direct result of that. So for instance, let's say that you take a vacation and you decide you're going to turn fully off and be with your family. And during this vacation, you're walking along the beach and all of a sudden an idea drops in that is innovative, that is something that has been stuck in your business that you haven't been able to figure out, or a new offering that bridges a gap that you're seeing in your industry. And just like that, you have a new idea, a seed that's been planted that can come through and create an additional revenue stream, or it can, fill that gap, create the change. And so had you have not been there and had the space to creatively think, that would have never come through. And so there is we have to be able to bridge that gap. So when you look at your time and you realize, okay, I need to clear out things that are no longer serving me, things that need to be delegated, things I'm holding on to because I'm afraid. We're going to clear out those things if you don't have time. If you do have time and you're ignoring when you say you're going to go to the exercise class or practice meditation or whatever the thing is, if you're planning it and then you're not executing on it, what you need to do is you need to understand the importance of it. When it comes, when that calendar, that time slot that you've you've implemented their hits and you don't show up for it, it's because you don't feel it's important. You feel that being productive and doing the meeting instead or doing the work instead is more important. You have to uncomfortably shift your priorities in that moment to say, if I do this thing for myself, it will make me better for that work I'm going to do. So that's the process that you're going to go through if you're trying to cultivate peace. You first have that feeling of, I need more peace, I need more centeredness, I need more calm, I need more balance, right? You're going to say this, you're going to be aware of it, and then you're going to look at, okay, well, knowing that I desire that, do I have the physical time for it? If I don't have the time for it, then I'm going to look at my time through the lens of, what can I clear? What can I take off? What can be more efficient? What can I delegate out, whether that's in the home or outside of the home? What am I holding on to because I'm afraid? What am I still honoring that, it's like, you don't have to be on the PTA. You don't have to. I want you to really think about, what are you saying yes to because you feel like you should? And what are you saying yes to because it excites you and because you enjoy it? So looking through that lens, then you're going to be able to pick some time slots on your calendar that you can get rid of. And after you do that, or if you're somebody who already has the time available, then you're going to have the physical time and space to be able to honor yourself, right? To be able to insert whatever practices that you need to center yourself. The key is, in those moments, knowing that you put those time blocks in your calendar, expect some resistance from yourself, right? Expect to want to work instead of meditate. Expect to want to press snooze instead of getting up and moving your body. Expect that that will happen, and expect that something that is supposed to feel good and make you feel better might feel worse at first. I think that a lot of times we have the expectation that since it's something good for us, it should feel good. And when we go in with that expectation, it doesn't, it's easier for us to quit. So I always tell clients, expect that it won't feel good at first, but stick with it and be consistent. So that's the process that you're going to go through. And then you're just going to challenge the thoughts that come up about, I'm not being productive, I'm not working enough, I'm failing my team, I'm failing my business. Like, let those thoughts come to you and then challenge them with, I am better for my team when I'm better for myself. I am better for my family when I'm better for myself. I am more productive and more efficient when I can think clearly because I have space. Those are the truthful thoughts that you have to challenge your old thoughts with. So really what we're talking about here is you taking back control of your time. It's easy to lose sight of the reality that we are the boss and that we've created this monster that's amazing, but also draining. And you can take that control back. And a great way to take that control back and to be able to cultivate peace is to look at how you are spending your time and make sure that you are putting specific times in your calendar that are for your personal development, that are for your peace. And then as you're looking at those things, you'll be able to better see, for the business itself, in order for your business to continue to allow you to cultivate that peace, what are some gaps that need to be filled? Where, and this is why all of my clients go through my VIP business assessment, because we're looking at 8 different areas of the business that can be taking away from your life, that can be taking away from your well-being. We have to fix the things in the business. We have to make sure that we have full support. We have to make sure that things are efficient. We have to make sure that things are being done well. We have to make sure that we're retaining clients. These are all areas that we have to look at that contribute to our ability to feel truly at peace. So I hope that this is helpful for you today. I hope that if you are somebody who is looking to really cultivate that peace this month, within the next few months, this year, and that's something that's top of mind for you, that you will take the time today to really think, like, I'm wanting to cultivate this peace, but I don't even have time to do those peaceful practices. And I have the best of intentions and think about how I need to do them, even reading more or going to bed earlier, but I'm not making the change in my actual time to be able to make that happen. So start with your time. Look at where you can clear up your time. Understand that it will feel uncomfortable, and then just stick with it. And I promise you that when you feel that sense of peace and you start seeing and gathering the data of, wow, my business can succeed and I can also feel lighter, I promise you that it will be worth it. So thank you for being here today. Thank you for watching. And if you have any questions, or if you are a mom founder who is really desperately needing some thought partnership and some deep strategic coaching in your business to make sure that this structure is aligned in a way that is best for you and your family and your life, please don't hesitate to book a call and we can talk about what that looks like for you. So thank you, and I'll see you guys next week.